Hi there YouTube, welcome back to another bolt action US Marine Corps Army update. This is number 4 I believe. I've got a whole bunch of guys to show you this time. Again, I decided to go for other things than just infantry units, so I've got quite a mixture here to show you. We'll start with a Bazooka team. Just grab them. Okay, let's just move the camera a little bit. These guys are made out of just the basic plastic guys. Actually quite like them. I think the plastic guys make pretty good bazooka men. Show you them a bit closer detail. So here we have the main bazooka guy, and you can see that he's wearing the all camo BDU uniform, and he's got like a regulation helmet and neck covering helmet on for a change, and he's got his carbine strapped across his back. Like I say, I think the plastic guys do actually make quite good bazooka men. The arms positioned really well, and I'm pretty chuffed with how he came out. So the bazooka guy, or bazooka number 1, and now for his number 2, the loader. Another plastic guy. You can see I've got him kind of basically getting a supply of rockets out to feed the bazooka. You can see that I gave him a backpack, and he's got the green top and camouflaged BDU trousers and normal Marine Corps helmet, camouflage helmet cover. Again, very happy how this guy came out. I particularly like this arm position. It's quite a funny pose, and it's quite difficult to try and come up with good positions to use it. But I really do like that arm pose with the carbine there. Notice that the carbine's also got the extra 2 magazine pouch strapped to the butt there. Okay, so that's the bazooka team. Next up, we've got a couple of snipers. So they are here. And we'll start with this guy. So here we have the sniper, or the first sniper, giving him the all camouflaged BDUs and the standard US Marine Corps camouflaged helmet, made him corporal. And this guy is, I mean, I suppose he could be taking cover behind a tree or something, but he's more likely just scanning the horizon, perhaps. This is actually an assault group miniature. Again, I really do like this miniature company's Marines. They really do fit in well with the bolt action guys. So that's him. Pretty happy with how he came out. And his number 2. Here, another assault group miniature. You can see this guy's got the green trousers and camouflage BDU top, and the normal Marine Corps helmet cover. Of course, these guys have got the Springfield sniper rifles. Again, a pretty nice position. Nice face. Perhaps the more cautious of the two. Deciding to take cover rather than stand up and look through the scope. Okay, next up, I decided to do my command team, which is basically, for my basic version of my army list, just a first lieutenant and one additional soldier. But I've also done a figure to represent a captain or a major, should I choose to add one to like a bigger points army list in the future. Whoops, let's move that a little bit too far. There we go. Right, so let's go in a closer look at these guys. So again, all three of these guys are assault group miniatures. They're not specifically command group figures, but I think they came up. I think this guy's from the squad leader pack. I decided to make this guy the captain stroke major, just because, well, more so the majors and the captains, but they tended to sort of stay behind the lines and not actually take place in the sort of daily grind of combat. But that's not to say they didn't actually fight, of course. So he's obviously running back to battalion a lot. This guy's a pretty good miniature, I like him. Just simple. Giving him the all greens. I think I've actually done this guy as a captain. I've only given him like really subdued rank insignia, because I know in real life they tended not to wear any sort of rank insignia because Jap snipers would pick up on it. But at the end of the day, this is a game, so I like to give my guys rank pips. So I've given them a couple of subdued ones which you probably can't even see. So there's that guy. And I've given him like a sort of a sandy base. So that's the captain. And then next up, this is the gunnery sergeant. I've made this guy. He's basically the assistant to my lieutenant. Another assault group miniature, I believe, also from the squad leader pack. Holding a carbine, all camouflage outfit, Marine Corps helmet cover, nice pose. Nice bit of belt kit. I like this miniature. I almost made this guy my lieutenant, actually. And he's also got a sort of a beachy base. And finally, for this particular group, the lieutenant, I decided to get him in a bit of an action pose. I believe this guy's also from the squad leader pack, but he could possibly be from one of the carbine packs from the assault group. Really like this guy. He's got the holster, got a decent amount of belt kit, bit of an action pose, giving him the camouflage trousers and BDU top. You can see he's kind of got this uniform open there, just being held together by his belt. Having a lieutenant in action pose for a change, and I've kind of done him on a again a sort of a semi-transitional base from sand to that sort of disturbed earth. Yeah, I really like this miniature. Okay, we have two more things to show. Next up, Flamethrower Team. So we'll start with the number 2 on this one, because this guy's, I had mixed doubts about this guy. This is the guy that came in the starter army box set as the assistant to the Flamethrower guy. As you can see, he's just basically not wearing any uniform top, and that kind of almost sort of turned me off of him, because I think it's pretty scuzzy to just go around topless. But he has got some pretty good kit on. He's got like a Japanese haversack, a Japanese captured water bottle there, which I kind of quite liked. He's got a good belt kit. Kind of done him to be like quite tanned. Obviously, this guy's perhaps he's a bit of a scuzz and just goes around shirtless a lot, or perhaps his BDU top's got torn to beyond repair, and he just hasn't had a chance to actually go back and to grab a new issued one, which of course would probably be camouflaged to match his trousers. Perhaps his original green one's worn out. But at the end of the day, I actually kind of like this guy in the end, and I was quite pleased with how he came out. And of course, he's got a bit more of a sort of earthy to sand base rather than sand to earth. So yeah, pretty pleased with how he turned out. And next, the Flamethrower himself. Here he is. This guy I decided to give a plastic marine head with the marine camouflage helmet cover, because for some reason within the sort of loose heads that I received, only about 2 were actually with marine covers, and the rest of them were basic sort of like netting helmets. And to tell the truth, I'm not a massive fan of those. I'd rather have either just a straight plain helmet or have the Marine Corps helmet cover on. But I thought this head kind of went quite well with this particular miniature, sort of shouting out as he's about to flame a bunker or a pillbox. You can see he's got his backup pistol holster there. This is actually quite a nice miniature. So it's a Warlord miniature from the starter box set as well. Got the rolled up arms, Flamethrower on the back. Yeah. So that's him. Of course, he's wearing all green. And finally, the last thing for this update is the setup MMG Team. This is how these guys turned out. Pretty happy with how these guys turned out. It took me a long time to decide what to do with them in the end. I kind of put them behind a sort of a berm. Again, that sort of transitional sort of terrain going into sort of grassland, with a sort of a rock, slaty rock sort of sticking out, jutting out from the side. And I was pretty chuffed with how these guys turned out. See, it's a 3-man team. Got the gunner there. Open uniform top, he's all in green. All 3 of these guys, or 2 of them, have got like standard helmets. One's got the Marine Corps cover. This guy's the sergeant. That's obviously the number 1 on the machine gun, and number 2 the assistant gunner. I mainly chose these heads because of the sort of facial expressions. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of using these particular types of helmets, but kind of came out. They kind of came out okay. I kind of sort of you know, gave them a nice sort of hue shade, and they got like little bits of sort of sand on them and stuff that they've just picked up from dropping the helmets in the sand and stuff. And guy's got a tattoo there. The number 3 has actually got a captured Japanese water bottle again. And you can see that he's actually got a camouflage BDU top, and the other guys are more or less all in greens. Got the belt of ammo around his neck, plus holding the extra ammo box. And then the tough as nails looking assistant gunner there, with, I believe he's got a cigar or a cigarette sticking out of his chops. Yeah, you can just about see that. There it is. And I basically used some green stuff to sort of build this this sort of mound up here, and I kind of stuck that sort of piece of slaty rock into the side to make a sort of berm, and sort of the angle that it ended up at was actually turned out to be quite cool. I quite like the sort of the disturbed ground look that this base ended up looking like. Some flowers there. Just one last spin round. Yeah, there's the old squad leader's face expression, pretty good. Shouting out his commands. This guy don't care. This guy just pulls a trigger. Okay. Well, that's the end of another number 4 update. One last quick skim across the guys. I did originally want to do some Corpsmen this time, but they ended up getting lost in the post and getting resent out and getting lost in the post again, and hopefully they're on the way for a 3rd time now, and I'm pretty sure they'll end up being in the next update. Again, I'm not 100% sure that I'll go back to infantry quite yet, because I think I'm going to do another at least 1 or 2 infantry squads. Plus I've got some vehicles on the way. I've retouched up my half track. I'll bring that in and give you an update on that. And I'm in the process of doing a Sherman as well, which again I'm kind of waiting for some transfers to come. I've actually already painted the actual model and sort of weathered it up and stuff. I'm just waiting for some transfers to come, some more decals, and then I'll add that to the next update too. So if you want to stay informed on these army updates when they come out, please feel free to subscribe. I've kind of been ill, which is part of the reason why it's taken so long for these guys to appear, and hopefully it won't be quite as long until the next update, but don't worry, they will be coming. I'm just quite a slow painter. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to stay in touch with one of these others, and stay tuned for the next one. So until next time, catch you later.